Hey guys, how's it going? So as much as I want to throw 2020 into the past, never look back, and never look at her again, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a little year in review for The Sims 4 in 2020. When I did this, I was actually shocked. Some of these things felt like years ago, decades ago even, but we are going to do a quick little review of The Sims 4 in 2020. What updates were released, what expansion packs, what game packs, what stuff packs we got, and I think it's gonna be kind of fun to compare things to this video by the end of 2021 to see if what we're getting in The Sims 4 is comparable to what we got in 2020 and vice versa. So that is what we are going to do today, starting with January. The Sims 4 started off pretty strong, I would say. We started to hear about the Tiny Living stuff pack that was going to be released. We started hearing rumors about it. We started seeing a little bit of gameplay. Tiny Living was finally released at the end of January on January 21st. Other things we got in January, we also got the gallery to the PS4 and Xbox One. We also got a minor update. I think the main thing included in the January update was upgraded beds. You could upgrade beds to have features such as massage features, which I had no idea about. I did learn a little bit on my research journey today that I didn't know. The Sims 4 was announced as the best in the entire franchise, which honestly, I was a little bit shocked. I was a little bit shocked when I learned this. Sims 4 being the best in the entire Sims franchise is debatable, if you ask me. I'm a Sims 1 kind of girl. Anyway, February and March were a little bit more quiet. After the release of Tiny Living, I feel like the community was pretty content. People seemed to enjoy Tiny Living for the most part. So the Sims community, it seemed like everything was okay. February and March, we kind of were just involved a lot in the community voting. This was huge. I feel like this went on like literally all year. But basically, The Sims 4 allowed the community to vote on a stuff pack, giving them a variety of different surveys and things like that. We could pick like furniture and everything. It was kind of fun. I actually enjoyed that. But that was the voting that we were having for, obviously, later to find out. Nifty Knitting, the stuff pack that was released in like July or something. We'll get there. But we also had the 20th anniversary of The Sims, which we got a hot tub. 20 years, I don't know. I'm still a little hurt from it. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like maybe we were expecting a little too much, but a hot tub for 20 years, I don't know. Moving quite along, like I said, February, March was a little bit quiet. April came, we had a minor update. February to April, I would say, was a pretty quiet time for The Sims 4. Pretty quiet time for the entire world, if I remember, in 2020. Later on in May, this is where it started to get good. There was a leak for an expansion pack, and I remember Twitter was like blowing up. Everyone thought that we were getting this Sims 4 country living pack. We even had a name for it. I think there was like a Twitter leak. Someone worked at like Target or something, and they exposed this picture, which ended up being fake, of The Sims 4 country living coming, and we all thought we were getting this farm pack and everyone was excited. But then we learned that we were actually going to be getting eco lifestyle as the new expansion pack. And from what I remember, the Sims community was a little bit divided on this. I, for one, was a little bit confused. This pack was something that we had never had before in terms of the Sims franchise. We never had this kind of like recycle, eco-friendly pack. I remember thinking I didn't really know what to think about it. But as we learned more, because then we got more information, more trailers were leaked in May, we learned that we were getting ladders for eco lifestyle and base game, which we are going to get to. I kind of think everyone opened up a little bit more to eco lifestyle. Speaking on my own terms, I definitely went from like 0 to 100 in terms of excitement as more information came out. I remember eco lifestyle for some reason being like a wild ride. But yeah, then we learned about ladders coming to base game, which was so exciting, especially after having Tiny Living. A lot of people thought that maybe ladders would come with Tiny Living, so I'm happy they did that within the same year. They really do step up your tiny homes, those ladders. I can speak from experience as a builder. Actually, this was like where the excitement peaked, I feel like. Everything was kind of quiet, and then May was like a big spike in excitement. We learned that eco lifestyles will affect previous worlds. We also learned that we were going to get firefighters and repo men, which this was such a throwback for me. I was very excited about the firefighters. We also learned that we're getting a new bills and utility system and new inventory. So a lot happened packed in May. It was a lot to be excited about, basically, after months of not really hearing much. On June 5th, we finally got eco lifestyle, and we also got that huge update that they were talking about in May. This is the update that came with the ladders for base game, the firemen the repo men, the bill system. We also had MAC Cosmetics, which this was kind of funny when this happened because the makeup, I love some of the makeup, but some of it in there was questionable. Some of the looks were a little bit debatable. I will put some of these on screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about if you don't know or if you didn't know that this came out this year. MAC Cosmetics teamed up with The Sims and they came out with blush, lipstick, and eyeliner, and the eyeliner was very, very questionable. However, I love the blush. I love the lipsticks we got, but I just remember Twitter blowing up and just being like, interesting choice. I think we also got the windows and doors update in June, the smaller one where we could kind of alt place, not freely come 100% to what it is now, but it was a start. July came The Sims Sparked, which if you don't know what The Sims Sparked is, I feel like a lot of people, I do the Spark challenges on Twitch sometimes and a lot of people still don't know what they are. The Sims Sparked was a Sims reality show where builders, storytellers, cast creators would come together in this like reality show kind of competition on BuzzFeed, and they would compete and the winner got like $100,000 and it was fun. I thought it was really cool. And that also sparked the the start of the community challenges, which I have had so much fun with this year. The Sims Sparked also came out with these community challenges that we could do, and every month or so, every month and a bit, I think, there are different themes that we can partake in as a community, if you're a builder, a storyteller, or a cast creator, or whatever. And that has been a really fun, different thing introduced into the Sims 4 community. We had a minor update, and finally, after what seemed like years of preparation, Nifty Knitting was finally released on July 28th. In August, I feel like I should have made a graph here because I feel like we started on a high note and then we came down. May and June and July kind of like spiked up, and then August was like, basically the new game pack icon leaked, and this sparked a lot of speculation on what the new pack might be until we finally had the pack released and we found out that we were getting Journey to Batu. And this caused a explosion in the Sims community. People were so conflicted on what they thought about this pack, and they still are. I feel like this still goes on about Journey to Batu, but regardless, Journey to Batu game pack was revealed. This was also finally the time that the Sims 4 team finally addressed the Sims 4 skin tone issue, which later on in the year we know that we finally got more updates and everything. But this is the first time I think that the Sims 4 team came forward into the public and said, listen, we recognize this issue and we're going to be fixing it later in the year. So that was huge. That was huge for the Sims community. It was like a light finally in the darkness. But then came September. We got the window placement update. This was the big one that we could kind of use alt and move it around wherever we wanted. And we also got Journey to Batu released on September 8th. Then, like I said, I feel like the rest of September was kind of quiet. Everyone was kind of just comprehending this new game pack that was released into the universe. October, though, seemed to be a little bit better. We got the Hispanic Heritage update, which I feel like these items are the favorite items of mine that we got all year. They are the super colorful, super bright, super beautiful Hispanic Heritage update items that we got in build and cast. Also, I think we got some Create a Sim items as well, but that was a pretty good base game update that we got. And we also got another expansion pack information released, and that was for Snowy Escape. We finally realized what the next expansion pack was going to be, and it was Snowy Escape. I think this raised a lot of excitement in the Sims community as well. People were pretty happy about this pack from what I remember. By the way, this is all just like what I've seen on Twitter. I spent a lot of time reading the news for the Sims and going through Sims Twitter, so this is literally just my interpretation of what I remember and what I saw during all of this time. With the Snowy Escape reveal, we also learned that we were going to get sentiments and lifestyles in The Sims, which has been so much fun looking back on what was revealed and versus what the gameplay actually is now. I have so much fun with these. But that was when we realized that we were getting a little bit of a revamp with gameplay with the sentiments and lifestyles, kind of like adding more to the Sims 4 relationships, which is really nice. November came the platform, the half wall update, the Sims profile. This is a pretty good update too. The platforms changed the game big time with the variety of half walls that we can now use. And yeah, like I said, Sim profiles and sentiments. It added a lot to gameplay and build mode, I would say. This was a good update. On November 3rd, we got Snowy Escape. The expansion pack was released, and yeah, I love this expansion pack. This is my favorite pack probably to come from the entire year. Lastly, in December, the most recent in my memory that we've got is the new menu update we got. We finally got our skin tone fix, and throughout the process from like August to December, we had a few updates here and there, but it was nothing groundbreaking like the December update that we got for the skin tone. So we finally got the sliders that the entire community was asking for. We got the makeup sliders as well, which is such an added bonus. So December came in hot with the skin tone update. That was fantastic. So that brings us here. Now we were in January of 2021. I believe there's a new expansion pack in the works already, and going forward, the Sims team has said this is going to be another big year for The Sims 4. I'm excited to see what we have in store for The Sims, and I'm really excited to look back on this and kind of compare and see as we go what the heck is happening in 2021. But yeah, that is all I got for you guys. Let me know if I missed anything. I probably did. I feel like I hit a lot of the major points though. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.